In Italy now, major changes are in place from September, affecting those planning to travel in and out of the country. This is in an effort to tackle the growing coronavirus situation around the globe and within Italy. We have EBC correspondent Jenny Santiago with us today, giving us this report. Hello, Jenny.
Hello, Giancarlo. Thank you. Rules for travel to and within Italy have changed in response to the developing coronavirus situation in different parts of the world and inside the country. On Tuesday, August 31st, the Italian Ministry of Health's new travel ordinance came into force, tightening restrictions on travel from some countries and lifting them for others. Here are the major changes for tourists visiting in September. Travelers from the US, Canada, Japan, and Israel will now need to quarantine for 5 days upon entering Italy unless they can produce a certificate from their local health authority showing that they have been fully vaccinated for at least 14 days or have recovered from COVID in the last 180 days, and a negative PCR or antigen test taken in the 72 hours before their arrival. Travelers who only produce one of these items will be subject to quarantine requirements. All those required to quarantine will also have to take a test as soon as their isolation period ends. This represents a tightening of restrictions, as previously passengers from these countries were only required to present a vaccination or recovery certificate or a negative test result in order to avoid quarantine. For the first time since June, passengers from the UK will not be required to quarantine upon their arrival in Italy if they can produce a certificate of vaccination showing the holder has been fully vaccinated for at least 14 days. In this instance, proof of recovery from COVID-19 in the past 6 months is not accepted. Travelers will also need to take a molecular PCR or rapid antigen test in the 48 hours before their arrival in the country. Arrivals without a vaccination certificate will continue to be subject to a 5-day self-isolation period, following which they will need to take a test. Back to you, Giancarlo.
Thank you so much, Jenny, for that information. Could we ask also about the Green Pass? Is it still required there in Italy?
Yes, so proof of vaccination, testing, or recovery via the Certificazione Verde or Green Pass scheme has been required since August 6th in order to enter many cultural and leisure venues across Italy. Children under 12 are exempt from the Green Pass requirement. Italy recognizes all equivalent health passes from other European countries and proof of immunization issues from any of these 5 non-European countries, including on paper. That means visitors just need to carry the official proof of vaccination issues by their home country, such as a CDC-approved vaccination card from the US, a provincial immunization card from Canada, or an NHS vaccination certificate from the UK. If travelers do not have a pass from one of these countries and plan on using public transport in Italy that requires a Green Pass, they will need to get tested in Italy in order to claim a certificate that remains valid for 48 hours. The Italian Health Pass can be obtained by taking a rapid antigen or PCR test in Italy. The certificate comes in a standardized format with a QR code so that it can be quickly scanned and verified. Back to you, Giancarlo.
Thank you so much, Jenny, for bringing us that report this week and keeping us up to date with the developments there in Italy.
Thank you for having me. Reporting from EBC Milan, Italy, I am Jenny Santiago, and we live in interesting times.